Welcome to Discover Marshalltown. I'm your host, Denny Gravenbauer. On Discover Marshalltown, we take a tour around our community, talk to people of interest in the community, and there was no better person to have on today's show but the lady that works with the Convention Visitors Bureau. Back with us here on Discover Marshalltown, once again, Val Ruff, Executive Director of the Marshalltown Convention Visitors Bureau. Val, thanks for taking your time out of your very busy schedule and coming on our show.
It's my pleasure to be here.
You know, it's in Marshalltown, we find there's a lot of things going on. Sometimes people say there's nothing going on, but I'm sure in your world, in Val's world, that you can change everybody's theory in this 30-minute show.
I can.
And I won't ask you what's going on in Marshalltown because I know there's plenty of things going on in Marshalltown.
There are.
You're newly presented this position as executive director.
Yes.
And you're filling your second term of this.
Exactly.
And tell us what's your world been like since you went back in the office?
Well, actually, today is exactly 30 days from
Really?
when I started. I started on May 2nd. Yes. So I've jumped back in, and I have been pleasantly surprised at all of the amazing things that are going on in Marshalltown. I just went on the calendar of events this morning because I was talking to Kyle on KFJB, and I said, you know, if you just go on www.visitmarshalltown.com and you click on the calendar, it is full of all kinds of activities going on in the month of June. And not only that, but there's on and above what's going on in the community and the surrounding areas. We are hosting meetings and conventions. We're hosting a lot of sporting events, recreational opportunities. You know, people are coming to ride the bike trails. It just goes on and on and on. And we also have a grant program for local events and things that are happening here in the community. So it's just endless.
You know, I think people sometimes question or don't realize that there are actual conventions that come to Marshalltown. And as you're alluding to, the month of June, I'm not even going to say it's a kickoff month because I know as a chamber ambassador, we head to the Best Western Regency many times through the course of the 12-month period, and welcoming different conventions that are coming to our community.
Yeah, meetings and conventions. And if you think about it, Denny, it makes sense for people to do that here in Marshalltown because we're centrally located. So kind of our new buzzword within the office is meet in the middle. You know,
Right.
encourage, you know, so I would encourage anybody who's listening to our interview today to, you know, if you're in a social organization, if you're in, you know, any kind of a group, and people are looking for a place to meet, choose Marshalltown. We have a lot of great amenities, and I hear that from folks that come in for grants to say, our folks like to come here, our group likes to come here because all the amenities are here. We can get gasoline, we can go to Walmart, there's places to eat, there's you know, places to shop. So think about that, meet in the middle. You
know, we did a welcome reception for the, I don't know, water sanitation statewide meeting as they met here, and they've been meeting here for like over 10 years, and I'm not sure I'm using the right name, but they schedule their next year's meeting this year, so they can make sure they have, because they'll take over the whole hotel.
Sure.
They had people coming in as far as Wisconsin, Nebraska, and like you say, meet in the middle. They say it's so easy to get to Marshalltown to spend a weekend here, and once you're here, you're here. You're being bussed all over. You're able to stay in one location, but if you want to go 30 miles to the west or 50 miles southwest to Des Moines, you can do that, and they really enjoy being here.
Yes, I'm telling you, we got a great thing going on here.
Plus,
we're our best kept secret.
Plus, they say that people are so friendly in Marshalltown. They say they go to the stores, people talk to them, and it's not like they're in a secluded area.
Yes. Well, and that makes me think of one thing I'll share with you is that the Lynn Creeks Arts Festival is coming up in July, and so I want to make sure that I plug that the Lynn Creeks Arts Festival is coming up in July 16th.
Now, what all is involved in that? Because I know that's held down at the community center.
Yes.
And I know I've had an opportunity to do different things at that. that is no small time operation.
No, the planning of that actually probably starts 2 months after it ends.
Sure.
So it actually does start in the fall. But the thing that I wanted to stress, and per our conversation, was talk about hospitality. The thing that we survey the artists when they come, we survey the participants and the guests when they come, and the thing that we hear the most, that we have the strongest feedback on, is our hospitality. They say our hospitality is just off the charts.
Well, I think the Marshalltown community appreciates when something comes to town, and because like I say, so many times people will say there's never anything going on around here. Well, there's plenty going on around here. And then you have a program like this, and it's amazing just to walk through there and to see everything that is taking place on the grounds.
Yeah, well, that probably, this year we have typically we have anywhere from 55 to 60 artists that are juried in, that are coming to our community from, there are a few locals, but I would say probably 80% of the artists that come to the Lynn Creek Arts Festival are from the state of Iowa or surrounding states. So I think we actually have somebody coming in from Florida this year. And we have a gentleman that's coming in from Kentucky. He won Best of Show last year. He has the segregated art pieces, just phenomenal, and I don't have a picture, but it is going to be part of our raffle this year. But that has probably anywhere from 25 to 30 volunteers that make that Lynn Creek Arts Festival the success that it is.
Well, and there again, you also get community people that bring their wares in, and vendors, food vendors that come in from our area that services them. And I know you, in your previous position, was the director of the Arts and Cultural Alliance. So this is just a fantastic tie-in with the Convention Visitors Bureau for you. I mean, it's got to be a plus, kind of knowing what's on both sides of the spectrum.
Yep, it is. I said, I didn't leave the bus. I just switched seats and put on a different hat.
Put on a different hat,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, so I'm still promoting arts and culture. I think that's a big part of our community. And I think we'll find that we're going to be taking a serious look at how we can really promote the arts, because we're very fortunate. You think about the Fisher family and Martha and Ty and just the collection that they left our community, and the sculptors and the Christian Peterson, and the public art committee that was just recently formed. We have Echo and the additional piece that's going to be coming to the roundhouse called Drills. I think that's just going to be something that will continue to evolve, and we may become an art mecca. You never know.
Well, and people don't consider Marshalltown as artsy or cultural, but we kind of are. I mean, if you go down, the other day I was with Tom Dimerly, and we went through the community museum down at the Fisher Community Center. Oh, and some of the two guys that were there, and before we could go to our meeting, they wanted to go through there and see that.
Oh, okay.
And I'll be honest with you, I'm one of those, I bet I've been through there maybe 3 times in my whole life, and I'm walking around there with these guys, and they are very much impressed. And unless you went down there and actually looked at it, I mean, it's free to go into.
Yes.
People need to go take advantage of that, and just to see and maybe get some appreciation of what we have when we say we're an artsy, cultural community.
Yes, exactly. That is probably one of the best kept secrets, is the Fisher Gallery, the Impressionist collection. It's renowned. It's a world renowned.
Now, what makes it world renowned?
Well, it's as an Impressionist collection. These are from a private collection of Bill Fisher, and also pieces from Martha Ellen Ty herself. So these are actual personal collections, and there's some, I don't know all of the history and that I can quote for you here today, but I can tell you that people who appreciate art are just enthralled that we have this collection. So we're very fortunate.
One of the pieces that we was looking at that day was that saddlebag that's down there, and you got to help me with this. It's not a real saddlebag. It's a
satchel.
But it's
made out of clay.
Yes, made out of clay. And I mean, I walk by that every time I'm in there at a meeting, and I look at it, and I thought it was leather,
yes.
or you know, and it's just amazing when once you really take the time to stop, look at it, and appreciate it, I guess.
Well, and while we're talking about art, I think it's worthy to mention that the Central Iowa Art Association just received, I think, 30 new pieces. Number might not be exactly correct, to add to that existing ceramics collection. And that is going to be a world-renowned collection that people will be coming in, and they're looking to promote that to a museum status so that educators and folks can come in and study that collection.
Really?
Yes.
And okay, come in and study it and see what it,
Sure.
what it's consisted
Yeah,
of.
another opportunity.
Another opportunity.
Sure, for Marshalltown. So.
You know, I'm just sitting here thinking, you know, you've got to wear many hats because you've, as you said earlier, you work out in the sawdust and the sand and the dirt out at the fairgrounds.
Yes.
You know, bringing different entities and different programs there, and then you have to change your shoes, I suppose, and work with the arts on the Lynn Creek Art Festival.
Sure.
And so is that challenging, fun?
It is.
Hard?
No, actually, I enjoy it thoroughly. I love to be involved in networking throughout our community to find the things that are fun and exciting. We just, I'll just give a little teaser today. I met with a group, and we're going to be hosting the first annual Iowa Ceramics Showcase in October.
Really?
So we're going to be inviting high-end ceramic artists in to showcase, and we're going to have a little festival kind of around that. So there's all these little arts opportunities that are popping up. So I'm thinking you better keep your eye on the arts in Marshalltown.
I tell you what, let me know, give me an advance on that one, because I probably better stay away from there because I'm liable to bump into something.
Yes,
and break something.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
How do you go about finding these people that want to do this?
Well, it's interesting, Denny, because they actually find me.
Really?
Yes, and that's part of what we do as a convention of visitors. We want people to come here and choose us as a destination for festivals, events, performances, tournaments, meetings. We just want to be, I'm kind of calling us the hub. We want to be the hub of it. You know, come here and if it's not something that is in our wheelhouse that we do, we'll help you find the resource that you need.
Just kind of guide them along.
Yeah, and the chamber, you know, the chamber's a great resource. Do you have any questions about anything in the community? I'm housed at the chamber, at the Marshalltown Regional Partnership, which has the Chamber of Commerce, the Convention and Visitors Bureau, and Economic Development. And that is just a resource of anything you could ever want to know. 753-6645, call about anything.
Any website? How do I find it? Can I go on the website?
Well, you can.
And I know that's going to maybe change a little bit, but it's going to for the best.
Yes, but the basic chamber website is just www.marshalltown.com. And then ours is this Convention and Visitors Bureau is www.visitmarshalltown.com.
So I know what I want to bring to town, and how do I get a hold of you again? And we'll put the website and stuff up on the screen.
It's 641-753-6645, and then it's just www.marshalltown.org, and that's the regional partnership. The chamber's on that, the Convention and Visitors Bureau, which you click on that, and then the calendar. And so before the end of this program, I want to talk to people about how easy it is to promote your online events on our calendar of events.
Okay.
So.
We're gonna take a quick break as we get Val ready to put her glasses on, and she'll put her easel up, and she'll be doing her school marm thing. And when we come back, we're going to find out how easy it is for you to schedule your next event with Val and the community of Marshalltown. We'll be right back.
Someone had fun today. Hey, sweetheart, everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. How's our little guy?
Now I lay me down to sleep.
Looks like I'm stuck working late tonight. Probably won't be home until closer to 8.
Oh, that's okay. I have got a laundry list of emails to send out.
I pray the Lord my soul to keep.
Yeah, he did great. We had so much fun today.
If I die before I wake,
Crying over and
Welcome back to Discover Marshalltown. My guest today is Val Ruff, the Executive Director of the Marshalltown Convention and Visitors Bureau, and talking a little bit about groups coming to the Marshalltown, coming to our area. What exactly, you got a list of some of the events that's going to be going on this summer?
Well, thank you for asking.
You just happen to have...
I just happen to have that. You know, the thing too that I just want to share really quick is, you know, our mission is to invite and encourage visitors to come to Marshalltown for picture-perfect meetings and memorable meetings and winning tournaments and group tours. So what I want to share is that last year, fiscal year, June 2015 through May of this year, we had over 100 meetings and conventions that we hosted,
Really?
57 tournaments or sporting events that we hosted. We gave out at the Convention and Visitors Bureau, we gave out 1,200 of these visitor packets. And so if you have a group coming in, or if you are coming to town and you want to know what's in our visitor packet,
What's in the visitor packet?
what's in the visitor packet? And so we're excited about that. You know, the other thing we do is that's our visitor guide. So this has a lot of great information about our community, places to dine, coupons for if you have a group coming in and you want some coupons, you want to go do some shopping or go to a restaurant. Post-it notes, because you never know when you're going to have to write a note about something or write your directions down, and a pen. And what did you just take?
Oh, I just put something in my pocket. I'm not sure.
It's a coaster for your car.
Well,
so when they get all sweaty in there,
So what's that over there?
you can have that.
Okay.
So
But
anyway.
you know, this doesn't seem like very much, but people appreciate. But that's telling the people that come here from Nebraska, Wisconsin, all around Iowa, that we care that you're here. We
Yes.
appreciate you being here.
Yes, exactly.
That is what's so neat.
We want them to be able to find everything that they need while they're here. We don't want to have them to have any difficulties. You know, a lot of our convenience stores where people tend to stop are good about giving out directions. I didn't bring it, but we have a big tear-off map. And so we can say, well, here's where you are, and then here's where you're going, and you can show people on the tear-off map. And then it also has kind of a brief description of what's in here.
I see.
So we have a lot of great materials for folks
Sure.
when they do come here.
You know, and you know, I always think of something big like the Oktoberfest coming up. But like you're saying,
Yeah.
all the different programs you had different events you had a year for the past year. You know, it's just amazing. And I know, I think I was your chairman, you know, many years ago.
16.
Huh?
16.
It was 16 years ago?
Yes.
Some time ago. And it was interesting to have the end of the year kind of a banquet that we had to thank all the organizations. And it still blows me away just how many organizations in our community, because they care about the community, brought their programs into us.
Sure.
You know, and
Yes.
that is what it's all about.
Yeah. The other thing I think we want to make sure we cover too, Denny, is I want to let the folks that are listening today to be aware that we have grant programs through the Convention and Visitors Bureau. And I think that might be new since you and I were
We had
doing this.
We kind of had them, I think, but I'm not sure what extent they are today.
So we have grant programs for anybody that's bringing a group in for a meeting or a convention, and we help with the marketing materials with those grants. And we have local event grants. So that would be like Lynn Creek Arts Festival, the Oktoberfest, the Downtown Holiday Stroll, you know, any of our local events, the Art Walk. And so what we're able to do is provide some funds for them to get their event up and running, or if it's something specific that we want to sponsor. The other thing we do is we have a capital grant program. And I just want to mention really quick to you here, I think this will kind of shock you and maybe those listening. Projects that we funded through the Convention and Visitors Bureau, Renovate the Roundhouse, we were able to fund that. We were one of the builders for that particular project at $25,000. That was a pledge that we did over 3 years. We provided the Marshalltown YMCA, YWCA, these track style starting blocks for the boys and girls high school state swim meet. And that was a $25,000 project, but we provided $10,000 of that, because think about the visitors and families that come in for these state swim meets. We provided some funding for the 13th Street mural that Bo Ragland did and Kamar on the 13th Street building. And we provided the Marshalltown Little League Association with some funding, and then we provided bleachers for the Central Iowa Fair. So these are things that we're investing in our community because we know visitors and people are coming to our town.
You know, now you're talking about a lot of grants that you're actually able to give out to different organizations. How is the Convention Visitors Bureau funded?
It is funded through the local hotel tax, hotel, motel, hotel.
Hotel motel tax.
And so that's how we're funded. That's a contract that we have with the city. And so we receive a percentage of that funding from the city on a quarterly basis.
And that's it. Just kind of, to me, it goes just like a full circle, because you go out to promote to get more overnight stays.
Right.
The hotel's full, which then generates more money for the city of Marshalltown.
Yes.
And the Convention Visitors Bureau.
Exactly.
So that's a motivational piece for you as the
Sure.
executive director.
Sure, absolutely. So yeah, we're busy. We're busy doing lots of great things. You know, we've done a lot of local support. I mean, this is just a list of some of the stuff that we've helped fund. So it just goes on and on. So we're excited about that.
Now, do you get as far out as the Antique Power Show?
Yes.
You're going to
Absolutely.
work with them?
In fact, Don was just in and he brought in a grant and presented to our board in May, and that continues to grow and grow and grow.
You know,
they just expand
yeah.
it and expand it. I mean, it's got a substantial sized budget, and then they come in and they ask us for funding, and we provide that to them, because that brings a lot of individuals to our
Sure.
community, into the hotels, and then it also, a lot of those folks come in with their campers. So, you know, they're filling this area, probably maybe even over to Colo, if people camp over there, camping here.
You know, they're part of our community. Probably some of them
Yes.
probably for a week, because I know when they bring in their small engines.
Sure.
I started doing things with them last couple of years, and it's kind of growing more this year.
Yes.
But they're a great bunch of guys, and
Yes.
they're Marshall County people.
Yes.
You know, and
They are.
that's what's so neat, as they go out and bring, you know, and promote our community.
Well, yes, because these are folks that are bringing in their antique tractors to, you know, all these
Yeah.
different. So there's the you know, the red, the green, and the orange,
They're
and
going
all
to have to get out
those.
there on a tractor in that parade that they've got
Yeah,
out there.
and so they bring people in from all over, Tennessee, Texas. They
Yeah.
come in from all over the United States to this event, and I'm not sure people really understand the magnitude.
And this year, the color is green.
Green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's good. That they always say that is big, but they also say when international comes to town,
Sure.
that's a big one also,
Yes.
because of our international dealer in the past
Sure.
and so on like that. So there's
Sure.
a lot of history.
Yeah.
With both the red and
Yes.
the green.
Yeah,
in
and
our
another
community.
place that I want to make sure that we don't forget to mention is the Central Iowa Fairgrounds is very busy with all kinds of different youth activities, youth beef shows, the rodeo. I mean, it's just on. The 4th of July goes on there, and then of course you got the Speedway, and you know the Speedway brings in people that come for the races.
You know, and of course, the promoter Toby Cruz and I, we go back a long ways, and I know a couple times this year they've had, you know, from the Carolinas, Canada.
Isn't that crazy?
Just all over.
I know.
Coming. So again, the place to meet, is that what you
Meet
call
in the
it?
middle.
Meet in the middle. They're meeting in the middle because, and just like you're saying,
Yeah.
they can go from here to Boone to
Yes.
over to Benton County to Hamilton County
Yeah.
and Webster City.
Stay in Marshalltown and hub
Meet
out.
in the middle, exactly.
Yeah.
So just a lot.
So there could be something to that.
You might be onto the new slogan.
Maybe.
What do you look forward to most through the course? I know it's 1 week activity after another,
Mm-hmm.
but what do you personally like? Looking forward to?
Well-
Probably the.
Well,
you're an artsy lady.
Well, I don't know if I'm artsy or not, but the thing that I really enjoy, Denny, is I enjoy the networking part of this
Really?
job. Yeah. I enjoy meeting people. I enjoy the opportunity to meet and work and collaborate with. I'm excited about working with Ann, the new Park and Rec director. Her and I have shared some exciting ideas for Marshalltown, so watch for those because they're going to be cool. And so that's what I like, is going out and just meeting with folks, reconnecting with people that are in the community, and you know, just encouraging people to feel excited and proud of Marshalltown, because there is a lot of good things going on here.
It really
There
is.
really are.
And you know, I was very impressed on how you picked the sculpture for the roundhouse. You know, that you actually went around and got different votes in the community on
Input, yeah.
and the input and on the different, what, four
yeah,
of them?
4 different concepts. And the community had input on what they liked. We took all that information, and there was a steering committee of 15 people, and we narrowed them all down to the one.
And there again, that's all community involvement that
Yes.
working with the community for the community.
Exactly.
And when those become a reality, it's going to be neat to see them out there, and because
It will.
it was picked out by the community.
Yes, it was.
So that's kind of
It was.
the
So,
neat thing.
yeah. I think we have a lot to be proud of, and I think that if you haven't stopped to take a look around about what's going on in Marshalltown, there's a lot. Take a peek.
There really is, you know.
Take a look.
And you know, I know even when the Iowa Speedway down at Newton has an event, they've got rooms already booked in our
Yes.
hotels.
Yes.
You know, because of
Yes.
meet in the middle.
Meet in the middle. That's right.
Well, I'll tell you about what's your one exciting thing before we go here? I know Craig's over there waving at me and stuff. Oktoberfest?
Well, I'm excited about the Lynn Creek Arts Festival. I just have to say that I hope families come out, bring your kids out. There are so many amazing things for kids to do. It's an opportunity for them to get to have, continued experiences with the art or experience something they never have been able to before. There's a Junior Art Lovers Gallery. Mom and dad give you $10. You go into this tent that's got all these volunteers in it, and they get to pick out their own piece of art all by themselves.
Really?
Yeah. So you don't have anybody influencing you. It's something they get to do on their own, and those pieces are donated by the artists that are there that day. So there's lots of great things going on.
So they're working to make it successful also.
Yeah, exactly. So, the artists are there. We're going to have music. We're not going to have any bands. That's going to be downtown. Flipside's going to be playing after the Lynn Creek Arts Festival in the downtown with that door art competition.
Wow.
So come out. Come on. Mark your
A
calendar.
lot to see and a lot to do. And
Yes.
There really is. And I think it's very, very, very honest to mention that you are governed by your own board of directors.
Yes.
And so not only are you making those decisions, but the board has been very active in
Correct.
decisions that they make with the executive director.
Exactly.
And it's always fun to have a good board to work with. And,
Yeah, I have a great board. We
and,
are recruiting some new board members because people have termed off, but we're looking forward to bringing on some new folks and working with the continued ones that have been doing a great job.
Well, we want to thank you for taking time out of your very busy schedule. I know you're a hard lady to nail down here, but we're glad to have you here. And we'll be looking forward to seeing you in many different places.
Yes.
Through the course of the summer, and
I'll be busy.
Enjoying. So
Okay.
Thanks for coming on. I want to thank you for coming in here with us today, as we've been talking with the Executive Director of the Marshalltown Convention Visitors Bureau, Val Ruff. And there's a lot to do because we're going to meet in the middle here in Marshalltown as we discover Marshalltown. We'll see you next time.